Do you remember us?
It's been a month.
What the heck?
I honestly, Jodi, this has happened before where we've been a month between videos, which is, life got crazy. But this just felt like a long time.
Well, you and I both traveled a little bit, and it just didn't work to do one 2 weeks ago. And that's okay.
Yeah.
We have more...
Oh, it's totally okay, but it's just like we got cute messages. Somebody messaged us on Etsy. Are you coming back? Somebody messaged us on Instagram. Are you coming back? People, you can't get rid of us. We're like a bad rash. It is not going anywhere.
We're like a herpy. Not quite.
But we're so happy to be back.
We are. So, we should have been taking notes, because then, you think, I was thinking last night and this morning, well, what am I going to talk? Like, what have you done for a month, right? And then you think...
Well, our trips were the big thing that happened.
Right.
So Jeff and I went to California, stopped in at Stitches West. Fantastic. But you went to Mexico for a week.
We did, and we booked it very last minute. I'm of the kind of thinking that I don't mind taking... My kids don't struggle in school, so I don't ever mind taking them out of school and missing.
Yeah.
We did have teachers' convention.
Yeah, it wasn't much school missed. And financially, it is crazy to travel at spring break.
Right.
The whole month of March is so expensive for the exact same trip.
So it would have been an extra almost $1,100 per person.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Right?
For identical room, identical place.
Yes.
I mean, it's just the travel industry, which sucks.
Yeah. So we went to Cabo San Lucas for a week.
What?
We got on a plane in Edmonton, got off a plane in Cabo, and it was the best. I mean, I think a lot of people would think we were boring because we unplug. Not my kids, but just relax, listen to books.
You're sitting it's sunny, there's palm trees, there's a breeze, there's water.
Yes.
So what if you're sitting in the shade knitting? You don't have to be in the ocean, and it's, right?
Yes.
It's recharging and getting a break mentally from work.
So let me tell you, we stayed at the Hyatt Ziva Cabo.
Nice.
Which was a beautiful resort.
I feel like I'd like to go there.
Tracy, the bed, I've never slept so well in my life.
Don't you look... Okay, are you
beds?
Don't you love a hotel? We're hotel people. We get excited about going to a hotel.
It's 24-hour room service.
Cha-ching.
It is... The beds were... I think I fell asleep in one position and woke up in the same position. The pillows were heavenly.
We stayed at Hyatt when we were away, too.
Yeah. Did you? We loved it.
It was fantastic.
We went to the spa, the three of us girls. We each got a massage for 80 minutes. It seemed like 20.
Yeah.
It
a
was
massage
amazing.
is something I need to do more often.
Right.
Because it's amazing. Don't you just feel incredible when you're done?
And then we went and used the hydrotherapy whirlpools after. So good.
It's pretty amazing. To me, that sounds like a great holiday.
I love the culture. I love the people.
Yes.
Are so
warm, wonderful.
Oh, and
sweet.
I love the food, the culture, everything about Mexico.
Yeah.
And we've been lucky enough to be able to go each year, so I love it.
You know the guacamole's on top of your list.
I ate my weight in guacamole and pico. I swear. Is queso a Tex-Mex thing?
I don't know. Did they have queso there?
You know what it tasted like? Watered down Cheese Whiz.
Oh.
It wasn't terrible.
Maybe it was just Velveeta.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Which there's nothing wrong with Velveeta, but throw a bottle of salsa in there and it's like, God. Yum.
It was so much fun. The only bummer thing is the last couple of times we've stayed in Cabo, it was Black Flag where the beaches we are, and that doesn't change. There's no swimming there.
But that's okay.
Right. That's okay.
Because there's walk on the beach,
several
you don't
pools.
have to swim. Yeah. Jodi, sounds like a great trip. I actually think I would like to try that one. You texted pictures of, your little location, and I was like, what? I've never had a room like that.
It was amazing.
Like your swim out
right,
thing.
The patio. Yeah. Our two loungers were in the water.
Yeah, that sounds amazing.
It was amazing.
I could totally do that. So I wasn't sure what we would have to chat about. So yesterday on Instagram, when I said, hey, did you forget about us?
Yeah. We're here.
We're going to record again. I asked if anybody had any questions. So we haven't done a Q&A for a long time. So I thought it might be fun to do a Q&A. Do you want to do a few of those?
Shoot them.
Are you coming to Woolen in Ireland this June?
No.
I would love to.
Tracy would love to.
No. The answer is sadly no.
How long is the flight?
Well, not long.
We were 5 hours.
Yeah, so like less than 3 hours more than that. Like I think in 8 hours that we were in Scotland or London or whatever.
Really?
Yeah, it's not that long. And it's overnight. Like the flight would always leave at 5:30 p.m.
Yeah.
And then you arrive, like at like 11 in the morning their time kind of thing. Yeah.
Okay.
It's awesome. It doesn't seem like long at all. How many hand knit sweaters do you each own?
Well, I've added 3 more this past month.
That's crazy. I actually think I have 14 in my closet, and I've got 15 and 16 on the needles and no end in sight.
I don't have nearly that many. I would say maybe 8 or 9.
You should get back to us and count them, because I think you have more.
Okay.
Starting with your Zadie, which was your very first sweater. Right? I think you have a lot.
And getting more, because it's the only thing I seem to want to knit.
Right.
Yeah.
And now the more you do it, the faster they seem to go, right? Like knitting a sweater, you used to think, oh, it's going to be 6 months till I'm finished this thing. And it's just not anymore.
Well, I knit DK and worsted 2.5 weeks and it's done.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway.
It's pretty thrilling.
I love it.
So lots, but we want to know the number.
Okay, I will. I'll count.
What does your kitchen look like with all that neon yarn dyeing going on?
Oh, she's not great at cleaning up. I tell you, I have to do a wipe down after. She's pretty good. But there's always a little fleck here and a fleck there that you put a piece of bread down on the counter and you pick it up and it's got a little dye on it.
Acid dye?
Yeah.
It is a very messy job.
It's a messy job.
Yeah. What is your favorite thing about spring?
What's yours? The melting snow.
I mean, spring is not fun here. It's very muddy,
dirty.
Very dirty. We don't get a lot of rain, which I would love because to wash away the winter yuck. Always, I guess the
winter schmagma.
I guess seeing the flowers starting to poke up.
Yeah.
Right? If somebody's got tulips or crocuses or my hostas start peeking up. But let me tell you, our ground is cold.
Yeah, we got lots of snow.
That's not going to happen for a while.
The melt has started.
And the longer days are really nice.
Daylight savings, we lose an hour this weekend.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Okay. When you were on Sleeve Island, do you have a way of keeping the bulk of the sweater body out of the way? I really just turn the sleeve back and forth. I don't turn the whole sweater.
I agree.
I just turn the sleeve.
For the first little bit, you're turning more of the sleeve, more of the sweater a little bit. But once you get 2 or 3 inches, you start to turn less and less.
Yeah.
And then you're halfway. You're not moving the sweater. And I just lay it on my lap.
Yeah. So if it's long enough, just turn the sleeve. How many siblings do you have, and do they knit? Says Carol from Philly.
Hi, Carol.
I want to go to Philadelphia. That would be awesome.
I want a Philly cheesesteak now, Carol.
Totally. I'm starving. We have a brother. So oldest. Middle. Brother.
Yeah.
Does he knit? No. Does he want to knit? No.
But I've knit him hat. He's knit worthy. He wears his hat because he's baldy.
It's true. And it's awfully cold here.
Yeah.
What is your preferred way to join a new ball of yarn? Well, if it's natural wool, for sure, like the spit splicing, because then you don't have ends.
I'm not good at it.
Well,
I know I've tried.
Yeah. I mean, it is, to me, if you have yarn that can do that, it's awesome. It saves you so much time from weaving in ends.
So much.
But joining a new ball, I mean, I literally just cut and leave a 6-inch tail and then just start with your new one and then weave in the ends. I
do tie it twice.
Do you leave that in there?
No. While it's still on the needle, I do a few stitches after the second one's joined, and then I tie it in a knot just to keep it nice while I'm knitting, and then I'll go back and...
Oh, take that knot out and just weave on the diagonal.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's... I mean, it's not like I knot anything, right?
No, never knot.
What is the next Alberta Fiber event we'll be going to?
The Edmonton Fiber Frolic.
Yeah. May is fun. May, we're going to go to Jasper to the Hippie Strings Retreat.
That's it.
The very beginning of the month.
Yeah.
And then the Edmonton Fiber Frolic is near the end of the month, I think, in May.
But a Canadian event, Knit City Montreal.
Which is like
3 weeks.
Days away.
Yeah.
It's super close now that we're actually in March. Yeah. So there's kind of a countdown for that. I'm so excited to go.
We're staying with Vincent and Matt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They're hosting us.
I'm not sure they know that yet, but when we show up on their doorstep with suitcases,
right,
it's all going to be good.
Perfect.
Yeah, fantastic. Will we be in the marketplace at Knit City Montreal? Because Knit Night is sold out.
We will.
Yes.
We're very excited. I'm sorry if you wanted to go to the Knit Night. It turned out to be a very popular event.
And I mean, it can only hold so many people.
Yes.
They've sold as many tickets as they could, like, have bodies in there. Yeah. So.
But yes.
But it's a whole weekend, so there's lots of opportunity.
And I can speak for Gail, and I can speak for Gigi. I can speak for Julie. We will all be in the marketplace all weekend.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'll have lots of opportunities. So, yes, we will be in the marketplace because we're going to be shopping.
Yes.
The marketplace doesn't come to you. I've missed you. It feels like it's been forever. That's so nice.
I've missed you. Who said that?
Crooks 4723.
Hi.
When is Jodi going to teach us how to substitute yarn weights in a pattern?
Tracie was the one that taught me that. Oh, guess what? I actually don't have a technique. I just wing it. But Tracie has a technique. It's funny you asked that. You should say that.
That is funny. So the Hippie Strings Retreat, we are going, but we're also going to do a little workshop. And that is the topic of our workshop. It's going to be gauge, like how to manipulate your gauge, how to knit the fabric you like and work with the pattern and get the size you want. So it's easier than you think, but there are some things that you need to know before you get that successful.
I think that's super exciting because, for example...
I can't wait. I'm so excited.
This I knit in DK. This was what it's called for in the pattern. I loved it so much. I had yarn in worsted that I knit the same... Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Okay, so Tracie is going to teach you.
I'm not a math person, but for some reason, I know shopping math and knitting math, and that's it.
Okay.
Not like school math was never the thing, but yeah. So we're gonna teach a little workshop on that. So
do you know what I thought was super fun when we were at the Hippie Strings last year? We also were asked to do a little mini workshop, and Tracie put together. Oh, she was so good at the package, and then we both taught it. But we did a cut and heel, and boy, that was fun.
Wasn't
teaching.
It fun? This is going to be just as fun.
Yes.
Yeah. So I hope the attendees are excited about that because we're super excited about this topic, like, because we very rarely knit exactly what it is in the pattern anymore. Like, you end up getting your preferred fabric and then you work with that. So
I agree.
So that'll be coming soon. We all have the mistake project when good knitting goes wrong. Remember your party of 5? You ended up doing too many increases. Everybody has that. Mine too. Like, anyway, everybody's got that.
I did
She's
have
saying,
to rip
what's
back.
yours?
That was my most recent that I can remember.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
I'm a professional knitter, so that rarely happens. But
she's got the card, professional knitter. What's your holy grail project and yarn, actual or imagined?
What does she mean by that?
Like, what is the project? Like your dream project? Like, if only.
I don't have...
You know what I love? I love Hohi's cabled coats. I love them.
I'm not quite as big of a fan for cables.
I wouldn't look like that in it, but I just look at those and think that is the most beautiful...
Michelle
Wong
has
her cables.
Oh.
Yeah. So, I mean, those are the projects I look at and think, oh my gosh, I would love to knit one of those. And there's nothing holding me back. I should knit one because they're absolutely gorgeous. I should.
And my most recent yarn, Holy Grail, would be the woolen line from Hugh Loco. And I'll show my newest project on it today.
So beautiful.
Yeah.
I totally agree.
Yeah, love it so much.
So that was another question. What's your wish list for your next cast on?
Oh, you guys...
Do you have a wish list? I mean, I've got some patterns to show, and that could be that.
So Tanis of Tanis Fiber Arts is frantically testing and getting this new sweater pattern ready for Knit City Montreal. That is my next that is my next sweater knit.
I want to knit that too. I saved my yarn. I know I said I was going to knit Tanis's fingering weight, do the sweater. You know what? I knew it was gonna drive me crazy trying to get it done in time.
And that's not fun.
So I just thought, You're exactly right. Like, why do I want to make myself crazy? So I put it aside, and then in the meantime, she comes out with this marled.
I think it's fate.
It's perfect.
Right?
So that yarn now is going to be held double-stranded, all those minis double-stranded, and then, continue with the fingering weight. I might need one more skein of finger. I don't know. I haven't seen the pattern, obviously, yet, but that's happening. I feel like that's going to be so much fun. Changing minis and just marling the whole thing, and it's big needles, worsted weight yarn.
I feel like I want to buy the yarn from her.
Yeah.
Like now. I should go order it now.
Well, we're so close to Knit City.
But I think
you'll barely get it.
You're right.
It's probably dyed to order.
You're right.
I mean,
okay,
do whatever you want. I'm not going to stop you from shopping.
But I want it to be Tana's yarn.
Well,
for this.
I'm so excited.
Okay.
Yes!
Okay, let's find it. I'm going to find...
have you seen that Tanis and Chris put up a podcast?
I know. How cute are they?
Ridiculously cute. On the, off the charts on the cute level.
Granny just texted.
I saw that.
They're going golfing.
Yay.
At 12:45. Want to know when the podcast comes up.
Whenever YouTube says. Hopefully by dinner, right?
Yeah.
Okay, can tomorrow come quicker? That was a question from yesterday.
Oh.
That was so cute.
This is the Tanis.
I think it's called City Limits, and it is marled. That's her version with, scrappy fingering weight.
Look at the little details along the side where she carries that seam all the way down.
It's really pretty. Oh, I can't wait.
It is...
Mohair lovers, you can use that as a strand.
She is wearing it reverse stockinette. It is meant to be choose which way you want to wear it. It can be either.
You wear it one way, and then if it gets dirty, like you go for dinner, tomato sauce on one side, you just turn it inside out. So you just be careful with your end weaving, right?
Oh, I can't tell you how much I love it.
I'm super excited about that one, especially because of the colors I have.
Yes.
When can I move in and be a manny for your doggies? I'll even cook and do laundry. David Dog Dare, get on a plane.
Is that David?
Today's the day.
I was going to say, I hope you're gay. That would only make it better.
You had me at cooking and laundry.
You had me at Manny.
Yes, yes, yes.
Do you know? Okay, so he's one... Oh. We've talked about it before. I bet we barely know him.
We've barely spent a minute, but it's all in Instagram relationship.
He is our people.
Oh my god, I want to.
And I felt an instant connection the 3 minutes we spent with him. Yeah. I love him so much. Yeah. Let's put a nod out to RuPaul for starting a new season. How much do we love it? Drag Race started.
I didn't see it yet.
Tracie.
What? I'm behind. It's been crazy,
anyway,
Jodi. Okay, but you know what? I obviously am going to catch up because I would never not watch that. How do you become a test knitter? Oh.
Slide into my DMs.
I haven't had to ask for test knitters for a while, but I'll usually just put it on Instagram.
Yeah.
Thank you for asking. That's so nice of you that you want to. Do you ever go through a slump and not want to knit? And how do you get your mojo back?
And I don't...
How did you get that back? Because you had that not long ago.
I did have that not long ago.
Did you knit a hat?
Yes.
I think that's great advice.
I knit something that's smallish that got me back a finished item very quickly.
Pick your favorite color yarn.
Yeah.
And knit something small and satisfying, like a cowl or a hat or...
gloves. Or like mittens or whatever.
Yeah,
something small.
But pick your favorite color. Something that's like a joy for you to pick up.
Yeah.
When will Grocery Girls swag be restocked? We have a bunch of stuff in there. Both of our new pins, our scissors.
Yeah. Actually, we just went through some things we were just approving that we both liked.
Yeah.
That Tracie's going to order.
Grocery Girls Inc. business meeting.
Yeah. It lasted about 40 seconds. Yep.
Love it. Let's order that. So thank you for asking. We do have some really cute things coming, but there's some super cute stuff in there right now that we're madly in love with. So.
Yeah.
Show off more bags, somebody said. We have bags that were sent to us this time. We'll show you some bags today. Are you coming to Fibers West next weekend? I wish. Vancouver area. No.
What is that?
But yes, I would love to.
What's Fibers West?
It's a smaller fiber festival, but it's out Vancouver way. Like you would fly into Vancouver. I know. I feel like we should really. I would love to. The thing is, we would like to go to everything. We're going to Knit City Montreal this month. But Fibers West should be something that we go to at some point. I would love it. How long is your average knitting session when you sit down to knit? Is one question.
2 to 3 hours.
From Kathy. I mean, it just depends. If it's a Saturday, it can go crazy, like all day. If it's...
I never knit all day.
Jodi.
I, honest to God, ask anyone in my house. Really? Never, ever knit all day.
I do. Sometimes on the weekend. Sometimes. It just depends on the project. Like where I'm in a project. It totally depends. But typically a couple hours in the evening, right?
That's what I would say. Yeah. 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah.
And more on the weekends. I don't know. Could I knit all day? Maybe.
Jodi, I refuse to believe you have never knit all day.
Never knit all day.
Like on a weekend.
I shouldn't say that. Like, are you talking like 12 hours?
I'm talking like most of the day on a Saturday.
Like
not
on
12
and
hours.
Off? Maybe.
I don't know.
Yes.
I feel like when...
Has there been a lot? Yes. Has there been days where I've
never
knit a lot?
timed myself, let's be honest. I don't time myself. Probably more than I should be sitting and knitting. How about that? There was a really great question. Somebody asked what are our favorite needles and why. Favorite needles, and she said least favorite, but I'd rather just talk about... When I tell you my favorites are, you might be able... It's such a personal thing.
It is. I'm not...
My least favorite is for sure somebody else's all-time favorite.
Right.
So...
I would say...
I hope there hasn't been, like, crackling the whole time. I just turned my phone to airplane mode.
You told me I already did that.
I know.
Oh, well.
Anyway.
Well, my favorite is Chowgu and Zing.
Yeah.
I love them both.
My favorite needles are sharp and metal with a very flexible cord. So I love Chowgu.
Yeah.
I do love my Zings, even though they're not as
sharp.
They're not quite as sharp. But they're great for, like, worsted weight yarn. They don't split.
I love the finish on the Zing, but I love the finish on Chowgu. I go between, and I have Addie.
Yeah.
Addie's cords aren't my favorite, but
I wish their cord would change, because there's nothing like the slick finish on an Addie.
Those
I love
Addie
the finish.
square ones we talked about.
I love them.
I could have a whole interchangeable
But for some reason,
set.
when my Addie needles get old, the cords go completely kinked and wonky, and I'm unable to fix that. I would love it if Addie's cords were a little bit, like, rubberier.
Yeah.
And also, I do love signatures, but they're very expensive. I think if you love a sharp metal needle, give them a try. Order one. I love them. But to me, my favorite needle is probably not as pricey as that, which is why I really love Chowgu.
Because look at this beautiful cable. This isn't even the thin, but look at the sharpness of the Chowgu. That's not even the sharpest. And the cable that's like...
If I had to pick my number one, like for all of them, affordable, sharp, I love the cord, I would say Chowgu.
Yeah. You know what I love signature needles? I think this cord for me is a little flimsy.
Do you?
Yeah.
I actually really like it because it doesn't get kinked.
But don't you find that your project sometimes can be like...
No. I mean, I guess I'm just used to it.
I'm not going to use it because it's a beautiful needle.
Yeah. And the other kind of wonky thing with these is you have to... Is this a fixed one?
No.
So it's just screwed in really tight. So if you want a different length cord, like this cord only fits on 4.5 millimeter needles.
Yeah.
So every cord, like, you can't interchange every cord with every size needle. They've all got a different little, like, their cord starts here.
The cord is a 4.5 cord
that
fits a 4.5 needle. The join matches.
I've never seen that in any other brand.
Right.
So that's the way they've designed them.
Yeah.
I really ordered just 32-inch cords for all of mine, and it works fine. I've never changed a cord on my...
You've bought me my only signature needle. This is Mitt.
Really?
I do use it.
I really like them. I really like them. I like a pointy needle.
The softer cable does not deter me from using it.
Yeah, it's great for shawls, sweaters. Yeah. I use them for everything. So, but it's a very personal thing. Your favorite needles?
Like my knitting project bag.
I do love it. It's not. I wonder where you could get a knitting project bag.
This company named Ziploc.
This company named Mrs. Brown's Bags, maybe. There was such a good question in our Ravelry group, and I thought to myself, I really want to get it and talk about it here because I thought it was so valuable. Let me see if I can find it
Starbucks
really
happy
quickly.
hour is 2 to 7 today.
What does that mean?
Half price drinks.
I've never even done that.
Right? Just going to look in my saved things on Instagram. There was a couple things.
Okay,
do your question.
Okay, this lady had a very great question, and I loved it. She says she's a brand new knitter, and she just has these questions because she's made like scarves and dishcloths, but now she's planning some projects that we have to swatch, and she has some questions. So she wants to know, is the yardage for a swatch typically included when the pattern says you need 500 meters? Is that swatching yarn included in that 500 meters? One of the patterns she wants to knit says a 50-gram of ball should make 2 of them, but is it going to make 2 of them and do a swatch, or should I buy an extra ball?
The first thing I thought when I read this, I thought most patterns don't tell you that information. Most patterns aren't going to tell you if it includes a swatch.
Right.
But your swatch is also made to be taken out.
Right.
To knit.
So that's the thing. When you knit a swatch, you can unravel it and use that yarn again once you've got your gauge.
Don't buy an extra ball.
That's the bottom line.
Yes.
Don't buy an extra ball. Plus, I've heard, and I do this myself, I add 10 to 15% onto the yardage needed.
I do too.
Because of swatching.
You don't want people to play yarn chicken.
No. That would be a nightmare.
Yes.
If you tell someone it's going to be a 1-ball project and nobody can get it in 1 ball.
Yes.
So, yes, I think your swatch fabric is included. I think most designers pad the yardage to include swatching and just a little bit of a buffer.
Yeah.
So I think you're okay with that.
I would be surprised if you knit the swatch and weren't able to knit what you needed with what was left.
I agree.
Yeah.
When gauge is listed for a project, most of the time the pattern does not indicate if that measurement is based on a blocked swatch.
Yeah.
So she says, I've come across a few patterns that say blocked and some say blocked and unblocked. Is there a particular standard for this? And what should I assume if the pattern says blocked or unblocked? This is such a good question. When I read this, I was like, this is such good question.
She's thinking, right? She wants her garment to be perfect.
She's just obviously, yes, she wants to have success.
I would say always blocked. Do you agree?
Totally.
Okay.
So when you are knitting a swatch, it is basically a test run for how you're going to treat that garment. So if you're knitting a sweater or a cardigan or whatever, you need to wash that swatch.
Because the yarn changes.
It does.
Yeah.
So if you were never planning on washing that sweater, don't block your swatch. But if you are going to wash it, you treat your swatch as you would the finished garment when you've started wearing it.
Yes.
So I think that's such a good idea to have the words blocked in your gauge.
Yeah.
Blocked measurement, because just to eliminate this kind of a question. But yes, when I state a gauge, it is always a blocked gauge. I've washed the item.
Yeah.
Because that is your finished gauge.
And
it's not finished until you wash it.
There are some yarns that barely change. Like you're going to measure, if you measure your gauge before and after blocking, pretty bang on the same gauge.
Yeah.
There is yarn, like Brooklyn Tweed, for example.
Yeah. Did it change
that
a lot?
blooms and it changed your gauge.
But even how about the most popular yarn, Superwash Yarn?
Yes.
Superwash Yarn is notorious for stretching out. So if you knit a sweater and you did not wash that swatch and block it, and then you went to block your sweater, it's infinitely larger than you were hoping, I think. So if I were you, and really, it's how you're going to treat the garment. Take your washed and blocked gauge if you're planning on washing your sweater. But
that's a good way to think about it.
You do. You have to treat the swatch like you're going to treat the garment, the whatever it is you've knit.
Great
those
questions.
Were fantastic questions. And I think there's a lot of people that wonder those things.
Yeah.
Like, is the yardage included in my pattern estimate? And should I be blocking my swatch?
Would it be by the book
So
knitter?
thank you. You know what? We have, this is crazy, 136 pages of questions in our Ravelry group. Like, Ask the Grocery Girls.
Let's do them all right
now. So we try and get in there and answer ones, and some are like duplicates. But there's also some people that pop into and answer questions. Thank goodness. It's just not possible to answer them all. But every once in a while, we'll get one like that where you just think, this, I'm going to wait and talk about it on the video, because I feel like it's super valuable to so many of us.
We hope those answered a few burning questions.
Yeah.
I'm glad no one asked my weight. It's a little inflated right now.
Jodi. There were so many more. Oh, somebody said, did you see Bunny and Toot's new charm?
What was it?
Did you see it? It's a boob.
No.
Yeah, it's a boob. I actually thought, oh, how great for Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Love it.
It's adorable.
Talk to me when you have a vagina. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that. How fun is that?
There it is, Bunny and Toot. She's a local maker. I'm just gonna try.
All different shapes and colors. We love it.
There you go.
Inclusive boobies.
I feel like there's not one saggy enough. I don't see my boob there.
Oh my God, you guys! I have to show you something. It was the funniest picture. I sent it to my daughter.
But I do love all the colors. It's hilarious.
It's mildly inappropriate, but that's kind of like the theme.
No, this picture that you sent us.
Yeah.
Because we sort of talked about that Kim Kardashian tape, sort of, didn't we? Maybe it wasn't on the video, but
okay. So have you guys like seen these like stick-on? I mean,
like Kim Kardashian has this tape.
Yes.
Like, tape under here, and you pull it up over your shoulder, and then you can have like all this cleavage dresses.
Right. It's similar to this, but
it's
this
like
is
a giant product people are buying.
This is what happens when mine.
Oops.
How right is that?
That's hilarious.
Oh my God.
That's
Expectation
hilarious.
and reality. It's like, just a minute. This
Right.
is not what it looked like.
Right.
Anyway,
that is too hilarious. So anyway, that was a half an hour of just chatting and
don't we
answering
love that?
questions. So thank you for sending questions, and we'll try and, I say it every single time, we will try and do them more often, but
we're so off the cuff that we never have a thing. Do you know that we're the grocery girls?
we never introduce ourselves.
I'm Jodi.
I'm Tracie.
And this is a knitting podcast.
Yeah, most of the time. It's super duper chatty. But I'm very excited to get to the knitting. Do you have some knitting to show us? Do you have any FOs?
What do you mean, FO?
Jodi, do you have an FO?
You guys, I finished this.
Jodi.
Okay. So this is my very favorite sweater. Every time I knit a sweater, it's my very favorite.
But it fits you so well.
So this is the Simple Raglan. No. Oh, jeez.
It's the Cozy Classic Raglan by Jessie May.
Yes, it's the Cozy Classic Raglan. It's got a split hem, but can we just talk about...
Did you knit it to pattern?
Yes. Look at the drape
I'm
on
totally
this.
knitting this pattern.
I did not change it at all. It is a one color sweater. It's a raglan top down. And I just added some Tanis Fiber Arts minis.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so you did swatch.
I did swatch.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
And so you were able to...
Because I've learned my lesson.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
I can't even... This fits you and looks amazing on you.
I can't even tell you. It's like your favorite old sweatshirt that you've had for 15 years.
I want to knit this badly.
It's got beautiful left-leaning and right-leaning... left-leaning increases where you pick it up from the stitch below.
So it really is quite a pronounced line, which is so cute on a raglan. I love
it so much. And I had these gorgeous minis from Knit City, Vancouver, that I got from Tanis Fiber Arts, and
DK
and
minis.
Then this is Sweet Fiber DK in Evergrey that you had gifted me for my birthday. And so I just added this. I wanted this yarn to shine in its own little stripy pattern.
So did this go right up to the where you separated for sleeves, basically,
yes,
right?
I didn't want to go down on the sleeve, so I wanted to make sure.
So you just kept adding until you separated, and then you were done.
I knit one, slipped one every time I changed a color, so you can kind of see. It's got a little bit of, visual.
So the first row is knit one, slip one, and then 3 plain rows?
2 plain rows.
2 plain rows.
I did 3 of each color. 3 rows of each color.
Okay, it's so beautiful.
I
Jodi.
love it.
It's so beautiful.
I love it so much.
Gorgeous.
I don't want to take it off.
And don't
I'm
you
not
just
kidding.
love that? It's like that sweatshirt shape, but it's so much more
It's very
than a sweatshirt.
square.
Perfect. That's what I want.
Right. There are options, you guys. This pattern, I said it before, it has got so much information about choosing yarn. Excuse me. It does have waist shaping.
So if
as
you want
optional,
that, perfect.
It does have the increases along the back.
Short rows,
not increases, short rows. So it brings up the back,
which I think is the perfect fit.
Tracie,
I love the ribbing on the collar.
this.
Oh, I'm totally knitting it. I've already bought it. I'm gonna knit it for sure. I have
I did not do any waist. If anyone's asking, I did not do any waist shaping.
Right.
Just straight.
And I appreciate that, because if I wanted to do waist shaping, I don't know how to, like, I don't know the rate to do that at or where to do that at.
Right.
So what a great pattern.
Yes.
Maybe one day I'll want to do waist shaping. Maybe one day I'll have a waist.
This pattern was like a little booklet.
That's awesome.
It had, if you wanted to do a fade, it had what you should do for a fade.
That's amazing.
It had so many options. Choosing yarn, fading it, different waist shaping.
And so when you look at the pattern, it's knit with fingering weight and mohair, which is another option.
Yes.
But, DK is perfect.
Love it.
Jodi, it's...
And my sweater I'm going to show you today, my whip, is another one of these.
Good.
Because it's that amazing.
A compliment.
It's that amazing.
That you cast one off and cast a new one on.
You guys, I can't stress enough about this pattern. I've come across this pattern. It is so beautifully written.
Good.
So easy to follow. There's so many sizes. It's so inclusive for sizing.
Great.
And it fits like a
Have
dream.
you seen her new pattern coming out?
No. Is it amazing?
I think you should knit it. You want me to show you?
Yes.
Okay. So Jessie May did the ripple
bralette.
Bra.
Oh, she's doing the panties.
Okay. Grocery Girls was not following her. I follow her.
God, you're the worst.
No, that's ridiculous. I've been following her for... So there's her ripple bralette. This is such a pale pink. It's not gonna... And the pants are coming.
You know who needs those? Louie.
How cute is that?
Yes. That is adorable.
I'd
look like a sausage wrapped in yarn. You don't want to see me in those.
Look.
Those are adorable.
Super cute. Anyway, she's got beautiful patterns.
Yeah. That's her original one.
And that's the
her original
Cozy
raglan.
Classic Raglan.
Yeah.
So I love it. I'm totally knitting it. Yours looks
you gotta knit this.
Perfection.
Like
this color, Jodi. And you alternated skeins?
Tracie.
Yes? No?
I'm doing the helical
knitting. You did
knitting.
helical knitting?
We got to do a demo next time.
Well, there's one out there. We've linked to it. Like, I've linked to it so many times in our show notes.
Oh, it's so...
Right? Yes. It's so easy. Go to Mason Dixon Knitting and type in helical knitting.
Helical knitting for the whole entire sweater.
Jodi, it is perfection. Perfection.
Yeah.
And it was easy, right? It's not a hassle to do helical knitting.
It couldn't. I'm lazy and
There's
I wouldn't do it.
There's only 2 balls attached. Like, we do it with 2 balls attached, and it's just super easy. You look gorgeous.
Show me your knitting.
Show me your knitting. Okay, so I've got a mohair sweater on the go, which I love.
You're obsessed.
It's really cozy. I
is.
really love wearing them. I feel like with the turn of the season, I'm going to need to knit something else, but that's okay. I love it. I cannot wait to wear that. This is the Paloma Sweater. I showed it last time. But
barely
it was super tiny. I'm trying to figure out my back. This is the back. So I've split for sleeve. Oh, come on. Seriously.
The color's beautiful for you. It's like pink.
It's a very warm.
It's beige.
Yeah, there's a new word.
Beige. Pinky beige.
It is a tannish color, but then when you add this lighter mohair, it's a warm tanny color.
Or would you rather
anyway.
it pink?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oops.
So
you didn't even offer me a drink.
Oh, what the hell?
You're so rude. No, I'm just
I
kidding.
am. I'm like, look at all these cups. Don't put anything in one. What's this? Okay, so one ball, though I'm always wondering, like, how much yarn do I need? So I'm knitting an extra large, and I don't think it's called that in the pattern. It's a knitting size 3, and to me that measures.
Don't you like being a 3 than an extra large?
I am. I'm a size 3. Usually a size 4, but now I am knitting the size 3. Okay. There's also a ton of sizes in this one.
Yeah.
It goes from 43 inch to 64 inch circumference with lots of positive ease. I'm not knitting it with as much positive ease as the pattern states because I just didn't want one that baggy, but I'm knitting it to the size I always knit things, right? So one skein got me to just like an inch past separating for sleeves.
Nice.
So I'm using the Mondim yarn.
That's
plus
so pretty.
the Issair Mohair, which I've never used
Is it the same
before.
brand?
I've actually never knit with either of these yarns before.
And what do you think?
I love them.
That's lace weight.
I love them. No, it's not. This is a fingering weight Portuguese wool, and this is silk mohair blend.
Okay.
But this is the newest pattern by Espace Tricot at this point. They've got beautiful ones coming out, but this is their newest sweater, and this is the one that has the twisted rib that starts.
That I love.
Jodi. It starts here and it will end at my cuff. Like it's going to go all the way down. Just a super simple detail. And it's so easy to do.
What needle size are you knitting?
I'm knitting on a 4.5 millimeter.
Beautiful.
Yeah, the gauge I think is 21 stitches. I think I'm knitting mine at 20 stitches.
Yeah.
Super close, right? But that's what my swatch turned out at. So I just measured it and picked the size I wanted. I love it. I think I'm getting really close. I only have to, well, not really close. Only a few more inches of the body before I add a few more inches of ribbing.
Yes. Is it a high-low hem?
Yeah.
Is it split?
Yeah.
This is going to be a favorite.
Oh, Jodi. I love it. And it's the same thing where it's a DK weight sweater. And it is a free pattern. All of Espace Tricot's patterns are free.
I think that's insane. I think they should charge $1 at least. Well, I know that they have a yarn shop, and I know it's to promote their yarn that they have, and they like to be able to, offer that to customers. Anyway, I shouldn't say that, but whatever.
Yeah, I see what you're saying because all of their patterns are worth. Like if you paid for this pattern, you would be equally as happy. That's very well written. I love how simple they are. Literally, it's so relaxing to knit.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Once you finish your increases, it's just knit.
Yeah.
You can take it anywhere.
Don't come watch us for big, complicated cable patterns.
Well, and I will love this
classic,
so much.
Classic shape.
I'm sure I will knit this again. And, you'll look at that and go, oh, I don't like turtlenecks. Then don't do the turtleneck. Just do 5 inches of ribbing or 5 or 6 rounds of ribbing. You don't have to do a turtleneck.
It's just a little mock neck.
You don't have to do mohair. But the pattern itself, it's a gauge of 21 stitches and 28 rounds. So if you've got DK or sport weight would be really nice with something like this.
God, I want to knit this.
Oh, yeah, you should. You totally should. Sport weight would be perfect for something like this.
I don't want to knit it in sport weight.
What do you want to knit it in?
DK or worsted.
Okay.
You know what I could do? Don't they have a worsted turtle dove?
Oh, that's another pattern I'm knitting. I'll show it to you next time.
I could add the
They've got 2 turtle doves, a bulky and sort of an Aran to worsted.
Yeah, I could add the ribbing.
I'm knitting a turtle dove in the turtle dove 2 in worsted weight. It's turning out awesome.
Are you gonna
and I'm doing it in sweatshirt style, not the turtleneck. I've just done a little bit of ribbing. It's going to be more of like a transitional thing, not super wintry. It's going to be like this, like a sweatshirt kind of thing.
God, that's beautiful.
So I love it. And this will be my weekend project. I'm so excited.
That'll be your Knit City Montreal.
I think so. I think I can finish it for Knit City.
Do people dread sleeves when people say Sleeve Island?
I guess people do. It doesn't bother me anymore.
Because I'm in the home stretch at that point.
If I get really sick of a sweater, I have been known to go and do a sleeve first.
If you're tired of the stockinette body.
Yeah, so maybe maybe I'll do that before. You certainly could. And I've put my stitches on hold on a cable from my Knitter's Pratt.
So you just have to pop on your needles.
So you could pop on your needles.
But you don't.
I will probably just put a needle on one end and transfer my magic loop. Like this needle, I'll just do magic loop.
Why don't you do 16 inches?
That was actually one of the questions in our thing. Do you like the mini?
I don't use mini. I use my hat, 16-inch hat needles.
I've done that
for
before too.
Yeah.
I could do a hat, and I might do that for a while.
For this sweater, I got all the way to the ribbing for this end of the sleeve.
Yeah.
Before I had to change.
I can't even believe the colors. You're just like this crayon lady now. I love it. But can you handle this twisted ribbing? It's only 9 stitches or 11 stitches or something like that.
It's amazing.
But it's such a great detail. So anyway, I love Espace Tricot's pattern.
I should have eaten my banana.
You should have, Jodi.
I meant to. I forgot my iPad, so I had my husband bring it. I should have had him bring me banana.
And am I the only one that rewinds these balls? I don't like pulling and then having the ball bouncing, so I do wind these into cakes before I use them.
Well, I like to
They're
use
just
out of the middle.
easier to knit. They're just easier to knit for me.
Yeah.
Than pulling and...
Well, not everyone has an electric ball winder.
Oh my god, the electric ball winder. Does anybody want to come to my house and wind their yarn? Because...
I actually do.
It's amazing. You should bring yarn. I mean, you can't, like, leave the room.
No, but you could be doing something.
Yes, you can be doing something. I could be eating lunch and watching my yarn wind.
So, since the middle of December, I have not had a working oven. I have a range, a 40-inch range. The top gas portion was working, but the electric oven at the bottom hasn't worked. Yes. So we tried to get the motherboard repaired, and it didn't work. And then this guy totally jimmied it, and then I think it was melting wires every time, and then it like exploded.
Then you almost burnt your house down.
Then I bought an oven from Home Depot. But it was one that they only sold online, and it came from Montreal, and there was a big mix-up, and it took a month to get. Needless to say, all is to say, I got my oven yesterday.
Oh my gosh, the saga of the oven.
Right.
It finally showed up.
It finally showed up, and they drop it at your curb.
I was just going to say, I've never heard of that. Jordan said, I said, I can't believe your stove is coming. And she said, yeah, and they dropped it at the curb. It's a giant appliance.
Yeah.
Well, I've never heard of that before, Jodi.
It said right on their website. And then Shane had to hook up the gas, put all the hose. Anyway.
I've never heard of that.
It's done. I baked 2 batches of cookies. Yes. I roasted potatoes. I made and baked cabbage rolls.
I can't believe that.
I was in the oven, kitchen for 4 hours yesterday.
Yeah, no kidding, right?
Now I got it out of my system. Now I won't use it forever.
Right.
No, I'm just kidding.
No, but even like toasting buns for...
Tracie.
Hamburgers and stuff. You'd have to do it on a griddle on the stove.
Yes.
Yeah.
This one actually has, it's a bit wider oven, and it's got 4 burners, and then it's got a large burner in the middle. It's got 5, and it comes with a regular grate over it, but then it comes with an extra,
like a griddle,
wrought iron griddle.
Yeah, those are awesome.
Grill pan.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah. You're going to love that.
Anyway.
Last night we did blackened shrimp tacos for dinner. It was
what do you use for blackened?
Good. I actually need to find a good blackening season. I don't have one. This was just Cajun. In the spice section, it said Cajun seasoning. It wasn't.
Yeah, that sounds good.
It wasn't blow your mouth off hot, but there's ones that are like blackened, more pepper. Yeah. That's what I want. But honestly, just shrimp. Toss it in all the seasoning and a little bit of olive oil, and toss it in the pan. Saute it 4 minutes. It's done.
Jeff would have been in his
coleslaw.
Glory. Oh my god.
Coleslaw, guacamole and sauce, pico, and these blackened shrimp. I'm the laziest cook ever. It was amazing. I would serve that if people came over. It was so good.
Yeah.
Anyway. Now I'm kind of hungry for it. We never ever have shrimp either.
Do you follow TL Yarn Crafts?
Maybe. Who's that?
She's a beautiful maker. Oh my god, she's so beautiful. She has a crocheted sweater that just came out. Oh. It's the Sedona sweater, free on her blog. It's using DK.
No, I didn't follow her.
Anyway, I found her through another maker.
Crochet Cats and Coffee. That's cute.
But look at her crocheted sweater. I'm all about the stripes right now.
I love stripes.
So this jumped right out at me. And you know what I thought for a challenge for myself?
Okay, those colors are super cute.
But okay, can we talk about her hair for a minute?
Well, she's beautiful.
How gorgeous is she?
Beautiful.
Here's a close up. I love her
that
color
that
sense.
photo is amazing.
Yeah.
That's a crocheted sweater?
Yes.
See how cute that is?
I actually think I want to challenge myself and make a crocheted sweater.
You know what? This would be cute in cotton.
Right?
Although it's DK. But maybe you could do a lighter gauge, use fingering weight at a looser gauge.
Yeah.
So it's a nice light. That's really beautiful.
Isn't that pretty?
Yes.
I love that so much.
I was actually thinking, do you think you'll change your knitting at all for summer? Do you think you'd like to knit yourself something for warmer weather?
Okay, so that's a really good question, because when we were in Michigan this past year, we were there in July, so it was beautifully hot, and up until then, I hadn't been a linen or a summer garment wearer. Let me tell you, I was the odd man out.
Yeah, lots of people do it.
Yes, T-shirts.
And it's nice to have something I would be sad in my closet to not be able to wear any of my knits all summer.
Right.
So it's really nice to knit something in cotton or linen or
these
or short sleeved or.
Well, now I have that one you knit me, so now I do have an item.
You do, but I mean, don't you? It would be nice to have something else.
Yes.
Right.
I completely agree because these little tees that these ladies had on.
Jodi, this pattern.
Yeah.
In linen-y, cottony something with short sleeves or 3/4 or whatever. Wouldn't that be cute?
It makes me want to just
I
start
think we should do a knit along for summer fibers or something.
I agree.
Or just not, I don't know. You can't force people to not use wool, but maybe just some kind of a spring, summer thing. It can be shawls. It can be whatever. But I would love to see garments.
And you know how much quicker they would go because you're knitting like shorter sleeves.
Totally.
I don't know. I just think everybody should try. I know not everyone's climate is conducive to wearing the lighter
Everybody
items.
gets a lighter season.
Right.
Right. Everybody
Unless you're living in Antarctica.
Anyway, I was just thinking about that yesterday going, that would be a fun knit along to have.
I think
kind
we
of
should
summer.
Do that.
We've never done anything like that.
Summer garments.
Yeah.
Spring and summer garments.
Yeah. And it could start now and go all the way to August.
Let's do it.
Okay, we'll put up a thread.
Because it's not too early now.
No. It's really not.
Okay, so I'm slightly distracted. I was tuning out by what you were saying. Well, whatever.
Blah, 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 blah.
Because if I don't do this and when I think of it, I'll not do it. So do you follow the Drunk Knitter?
Yes, of course.
Have you seen her baby? Okay.
Jodi.
Just a minute. I'm going to show her baby because it's on her Instagram. So
the cutest baby.
Can you even?
I know. The hair.
But she had a new pattern out that I thought was really gorgeous.
Oh.
It's called the Scrapper Cardi.
I love it. She's adorable.
Do you feel like you need to write that down?
Well, at some point. I don't have a pen, though.
I'm going to screenshot it. Don't worry.
Yeah, screenshot it. Perfect.
Yeah. But look at this, you guys. I'm just going to turn my... I just saw this, and it's so beautiful. I love the interesting detail that she has on the yoke with the lines coming down.
Oh, I love that.
I loved her color sense that she had picked that beautiful yellow for the trim. Everyone's got scraps, right?
Let me see that. So it's a marled thing?
Yeah.
Oh, it's got garter stitch and slip stitches. Is that what that is? Garter?
Yeah.
And I do love the color blocking on the edges like that.
I just
That's
thought it was
really
so
cute.
Beautiful. So we'll link to that as well.
Okay, I have another one that I wanted to share.
That's another one.
Okay, this, Jodi. The Wave of Change Jacket by Denise Byron. It's a bulky weight, top down.
I'm jealous you met her and I didn't. Was she awesome?
Yes. Just sweet as pie, of course, and so talented and lovely. Yes, fantastic.
I think this is so beautiful.
So beautiful. I'm knitting this. I bought some Brooklyn Tweed Quarry, and at the time I thought I was going to do one thing, and then of course I changed my mind, and then I forgot about it, and then I was looking.
I have Brooklyn Tweed Quarry.
I think that would be perfect
in the
for
navy,
this.
in the midnight
Me
navy.
too. We would have 20 sweaters.
We should be.
I just think this would knit up in lickety split time.
In a week, you'd have it done.
She's knitted in this really beautiful yarn that I think is kind of local to her. And they do kits and then with the snaps and everything. I don't even know if I would do the snaps.
I think I would just leave mine open.
You can leave it as an open cardigan. Yeah. But
look how gorgeous her model is.
Photos.
Yeah.
And she said to me, she does these photos herself.
Does she really?
I said, you just set a timer? And she said, yep. She sets a timer.
Oh, that was not easy to see the detail because it's dark. But look
how
gorgeous it is on her.
Oh, these ladies. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
So if you haven't seen the Wave of Change jacket, it did just come out a couple weeks ago. Oh, it's just got that simple line that I love. And it's really, really, really cute. I'm totally going to knit it. And I just think her model that she showed is stunning.
There was another picture of I think.
The hair, the lashes, the beautiful. Anyway, that's something. So you guys, I'm sure you guys have seen that, but I just wanted to share how much I love it. This is the yarn.
So what's this? This is from a year ago.
That's it.
So
that's the design has been on her plate.
Okay.
For that long.
So that was never released.
No.
Because do you know how long this is in my saved photos?
Right. So she just got busy with magazine submissions and other patterns and things like that. And it just got
pushed to the
put
back.
to the side. This is called Black Squirrel Fibers or something like that.
Well, I saved this I've saved it for a year.
Well, it's so perfect. I think I would just wear the heck out of it. And, woolen spun yarn is so light. So even though it's bulky, I don't think I'm going to be super hot in it. So that was one of the ones that was on my radar.
And you spent some time with Gail, Gigi.
Yes.
Is she as terrible as she seems?
She's awesome.
Yeah, she seems awesome.
Yeah.
Because we just met her really quickly. I know we admire from
so
afar
much,
over
so
Instagram,
much.
But
I couldn't even talk. I just gave her this hug that I hope told her what she means to us, because it's super hard, and she could hear. I said to her, this is a moment, I was hugging her and I just felt like my whole body was touching, it was
touching an angel.
I hope she wasn't freaked out by it. It was one of those hugs that
she messaged me and said, your sister's really weird.
It was she wouldn't let go, and it was the weirdest thing. And I just said to her, this is such a moment. And I think she heard tears in my voice. She goes, let's not do let's not dissolve.
Get your shit together.
So we did. We got to have dinner, and we got to hang out a little bit. There was lots of knitters that, we got to see with, but it meant a lot to me. And I'm so excited to see her again in Montreal. She's a special lady. She is. She's so as amazing as you think. She's the real deal. She's authentic. She's she's exactly what you think.
Yeah. Okay, good.
So anyway.
So. Okay, next knitting item.
This
is a whole hodgepodge.
It is. I have these things that I wanted to share from. You should share your next thing. I'm saving a couple things for next time. I have socks, but that's it.
We should do a live one next week.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah, we're going to do a live one. We'll talk
Except
about it.
we have to talk about a good time, because lots of people aren't able to join it when we do this at this time in the morning.
Well, we could do it at noon.
Sure.
Whatever.
I love lives. Can you just stop it with the amazing colors on your sweaters already?
Okay, so this is another super simple summer sweater. The sleeve goes a little awry with the body patterning because I was working with nubs of yarn.
Do you really think people notice? Do you really?
No.
If you saw
I don't care.
Would you think?
No.
Oh, that sleeve isn't the same stripe going.
Right.
I would never notice that.
So I did show you last time I had those sets. Yes. They were meant for a hat.
Yes.
Colorwork hat. It's Plucky Knitter, and it's in their Scholar 2.0. It's a worsted weight yarn. It's really beautiful.
Yeah.
So I knew it was going to be some sort of sweater. I didn't want colorwork, so I thought, I loved my super simple summer sweater so much. I thought, let's do half stripes.
So same pattern.
12 rows instead of the 24 intended in the pattern. And so I had no rhyme or reason with my colors. So I was thinking, let's do dark color cream.
Light.
Dark color light. Dark color light. And that's what I ended up doing.
You did such a good job on this, Jodi.
For this.
So did you have... these are all just the half skeins that you have?
Yes. This is what I have left.
Wow. Are you finished?
Yes. I just have to weave in the ends. I finished last night.
Jodi, it's so beautiful. So where do you think it doesn't match? Oh, because there's green on the arm?
I wanted to pull the yellow one more time in here. And then I ran out of cream. Oh my God. Because the cream was repeated so many times.
Who knew you could make a sweater out of
3
kits?
Yes.
So that's 6 skeins of yarn. 6 skeins of worsted weight.
Yes. And
you have maybe half a skein left.
I added. The only one I didn't go back to is this green, this beautiful sailor.
Grumpy old sailor.
Oh,
I could do a whole sweater in that.
But look at this. That's all I have left of the pink.
Isn't that exciting? to just kind of go for it. I think
I love it.
It's a masterpiece.
Yeah.
Like, and so this is the perfect scrappy. Like, you don't need sets of mini skeins. You could just use scraps of worsted weight yarn.
Yeah.
Jodi,
that's what
awesome.
I did.
It's awesome. Look at this.
So I love, you guys, I love it. I talked about how much I loved, again, the shape. This is kind of my shape, very boxy, very, boxy and square.
Like sweatshirty,
relaxed.
comfortable.
I did a bit of a smaller hem.
And is that because you were running out of yarn?
Yeah. I was getting tired of knitting them already.
So is it the same length?
Yes.
So you did a regular plain, and then just less ribbing.
Right. This is the same amount of rows as a stripe. I just worked it into the ribbing.
Okay.
Anyway, I love it so much. You guys, I'm knitting sweater.
Yeah.
I knit my other sweater in January.
Yeah. One of the questions that we had from Instagram yesterday said, when is your hat with mohair coming out? She's knitting sweaters, people.
Oh, I do have that hat.
You guys, got it.
It stopped at the decreases because now I have to write down what I knit, and I just haven't picked it back up.
Okay, well, when you get a pattern, can I please knit it? Because I would love to knit that. Freaking love mohair. It's gorgeous.
Hat is amazing.
I have some really bright colored mohair, and I think mixing it like that would be such a good way to use it.
I agree. And actually, it's going to have two versions. It's going to have the DK with mohair, and it's going to have DK with fingering. So if people don't like the mohair,
totally,
they can substitute.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that aren't mohair. Although, if you are not a mohair person, a hat is a good way to just, like, if you wanted to try it.
Yeah, if you didn't want to put it in a garment.
Like, it's not going to be on your neck or itchy, or it would still look super cute. So even though you think you're not mohair, you know, if you have some kicking around, it would be a cute pattern.
I love this so much.
Jodi, it's amazing.
Okay.
It's amazing.
What have you done this year? Oh, knit 3.5 sweaters, whatever.
Right. What'd you do last month? Nothing. All I have are socks.
Oh my God, how much do you love these?
I'm so excited. I have a new sock pattern coming out in this month. And it's
Could it be next week by the time we do a live? Yes.
It'll be out probably just before Knit City.
Okay.
And this is a collaboration with Kim of Flock Fiber.
Is she going to be at Knit City?
Yes.
Okay, so this, right, I remember.
So Kim, who is, I love her work. This is, I think, my 4th pattern using her yarn. But she's she's Calgary area. Yeah. She's packing up and trucking it to Montreal.
Driving?
I don't know. But I just think that's, probably not. But I think that's amazing when you go to that effort to go so far from where you are. She's always at Knit City, Vancouver. Yeah. But so the Easterners will get a chance to see her yarn in person. So
her yarn is beautiful.
You totally should go. But I had swatched this pattern a little while ago, and it didn't work with whatever I was using, and I knew I would go back to it. It's a plaid slip stitch. Super easy.
I have a name. I know you've named it already. Platypus.
Platypus. I love it. Well, I mean, honestly.
Tracie, there are some patterns that you go, wow. And this
like
is
this one?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I thank you. I mean, it's super, it couldn't be easier. It could not be easier. The mosaic knitting is it's a short leg. You can make it as short or as long as you want. I didn't even go up a needle size. If you're just conscious that your floats are really short, there's not much floats. Just be careful with if you're worried you're going to be tight, you can go up a needle size. But I did not put the patterning on the bottom.
No.
So the foot is striped. And it also gives you more flexibility for fit, right?
Patterning on feet aren't great.
Plus,
on the bottom.
I'm lazy. Let's just get our socks knit already, right?
Because people don't want to walk on patterning.
Well, there's lots of patterns that have pattern on the foot.
Underneath?
Yes.
Continue. That's weird.
But I love the contrast of stripes and plaid and a little pop of a third color. So these are called, our friend Amber named them. They're called Sweet and Tartan. Like tartan plaid. Oh, yeah. And I'm using Kim's. This one is her weather vane color and orchid, and the wild speckle she dyed just for this pattern, so I don't even know the name of it. She sent me skeins that were like wild colored.
So which is going to be in the pattern?
I don't know. Well, I'll probably show pictures of both. This one is her inky color and antique shop and spiced pecans. And the great thing is, this is only, like for kits and stuff, 250 grams and a mini. So, and I think it would be really fun too with mini skeins. Like every time you change a repeat, you would have mini skeins, so it would end up being.
Oh my god.
So anyway, I've been having tons of fun with it. That's why I only have one sock in each one knit, because I just keep thinking, oh, I want to try a neutral. And
you don't need. I think it'd be fun to photograph 2 different ones. You don't need to have 2 for your pattern.
Well, they knit so fast, Jodi. Like last week, these weren't around, and now they're here. So.
Oh my god.
And there's amazing ladies knitting them as a test. So it will be ready. It will come up just before Knit City.
I love it.
Thanks.
Do you think you'll knit one more? Which one will you knit?
I will knit both of these again. This is my little like stash of. It all fits.
Yes.
In my little hohi bag.
My hohi bag came to Mexico with me.
Jodi, the buckets are awesome.
And you know what I would do? I would go like this. Do you do that?
Yes.
And then because it kind of slightly closes.
It's great to travel with, like to move, like if you're taking your knitting somewhere, and it's like a big yarn bowl.
Yeah.
To knit out of.
Anyway. And
I'm gonna give, because we haven't talked about it for a long time, and I do not knit a pair of socks without using my sock ruler. So this is the sock ruler. The info is up here. And this is one, I don't know that I've had another one. This is the only one I've ever had.
I agree.
It's just thin
Me
plastic.
too. I've had it for years.
It's got centimeters and inches, and I fit. So I knit top-down socks. So once I have the heel and I'm working down the foot, I fit this into the heel and then measure until when do I start my toe. So it'll be in there. It slips right on top super easily. You can use it to measure if your top, if you're toe up, you can use it to measure your leg. I love it so much.
Any sock knitter needs this tool.
I don't think there's a better way to measure how your sock is coming. You need to, like, even a tape measure, it's okay, but to actually fit your sock on here and pull it and give it a little bit of that negative ease that we want for fit.
Yeah.
I just think it's the best tool out there.
I agree.
The original sock ruler, I love it. Use it every single sock.
Oh, you're going to lose your mini. Oh. So is Coffee Talk Socks has the same colors?
Coffee Talk has
Spice Pecan,
patina, and spice pecans.
Okay. I mean, it's beautiful.
Some of Kim's speckles, I just want to knit everything in. Patina's amazing. Antique Shop's amazing. She's got lots of great colors. But I just thought black, like wild plaid on a black background, almost black.
Love it, love it, love it.
It's so easy, you guys. It was really fun. So thanks, Jode.
Gorgeous.
And I want, there's another sock I want to knit. And I wish I had already cast on, and I haven't, but I will be. I'm even thinking maybe this weekend for fun, I will cast on Designs by Dells. Vincent has knit this amazing. And I do believe,
slip stitch.
It's mostly stripes, but then there's a couple of rows. I think it's color work. Is it stranded color work? Yes. Barely. Like just little blips. It's so beautiful.
Look at the little squares. Oh, gosh.
So that is stranded color work. Just a couple of rows.
Yeah.
And lots of just plain stripes.
Yeah.
So that pattern's coming out this weekend, I think.
It's so beautiful.
I would love to cast it on. So I would like to cast that on. And he did that in collaboration with
excuse me,
Spriggs and Stone, and I just happened to order some of her yarn in the last month.
Where did we see her yarn?
I think she messaged us and then sent some, and it was like, what?
Yeah, beautiful.
She has amazing yarn. So I did order some of her yak sock. Only because the colors were amazing.
So are you going to knit his pattern in this?
Well, I have Vincent's yarn. So I think I'll use Vincent's yarn in the sock. But this is Alicia's yarn. And I got her
very, very pretty
her Advent calendar. I should stop buying the yarn because I have lots. But the colors, this one specifically sucked me in.
It's really, really pretty.
It's really tonal. It's called Imminent Sunset. But the colors are beautiful, and I love it. So that was what happened there.
I love that.
Okay, when I was away, I went to Target. Of course. How could you go to the U.S. and not go to Target?
Much. I didn't even think of that, really.
You didn't?
No.
I feel like I don't have any more knitting to share.
I have one more.
Okay, share your knitting, because I'm saving some knit stuff for next time.
So this is Beach Glass.
Jodi.
Hue Loco. I've had this for like a year and a half, 2 years.
This color is amazing.
And right as soon as I was done this, I knew I had to cast on another one. And
so now this is worsted.
This is worsted.
What did you do? Because I know you didn't swatch. Did you?
No, I just went with the smaller size.
One size smaller?
One size smaller.
Okay.
And then once I got here, I checked my swatch.
Yeah.
Like once I got a little farther down. Yeah. So I'm halfway done my body.
Hue Loco. This is Hue Loco Beach Glass.
You guys.
Jodi, that is amazing.
Is that...
What do you think?
Well, I thought it took me a minute because I've never knit a sweater with variegation like this before.
Yeah.
I am alternating skeins and I'm really pleased at the fabric I've made.
It's not pooling.
It's not pooling. But again, I just wasn't at first used to this kind of overall look.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed.
I love it.
I love it so much. I think I need a marshmallow.
Oh, that marshmallow
right?
color.
Because that's...
Yes.
So I've had this yarn for a really long time. Nicole gifted this to me probably close to 2 years ago. Maybe even more. But I couldn't be more happy with it.
Oh, the color's amazing. The speckles are gorgeous. Like this is it's very bluey gray.
Yes.
Right? Like it's a very slatey.
Yes.
It's definitely bluish. It's blue. It's
the pops of like...
It's not that far off of this evergray as far as that color.
The ochre and I think it's like a purpley
like
magenta.
A plummy?
Yeah.
Like an eggplant or like a red wine color almost. Like a Merlot.
More.
Yeah, that's so beautiful.
And again, that helical knitting, it's making a beautifully even...
Boy, is this ever a nice... It's just twisted rib?
No.
It's not twisted?
No.
Just regular?
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
I love it so much.
Jodi, it's awesome. You'll wear the heck out of it.
All I want to do is wear cozy sweaters.
Yes!
Yeah.
I totally agree. Well, Nicole had her new chicken collection.
I know.
2020 is officially out, so I think every week she'll be having a new one. This was her first.
I love this.
Stop it. Doesn't that look like spring?
The lavender.
This one is the Silver Duckwing Araucana hen.
This is so beautiful.
So she's got some hens and some roosters in that collection. Isn't it amazing? I thought it was so gorgeous. Look at those colors.
So today is Thursday, the something of March, but she'll have another one launched tomorrow. We have seen it. It's gorgeous.
She's people are obsessed with the chicken collection, the hens and roosters. I can, of course, see why. They're amazing.
It's beautiful.
And I love that you get the 2 minis. You can do a shawl. You can do
the 2 minis changed things, didn't it? Like that little bit of yardage. You can have fun with your socks, but it really added that extra yardage to be able to do...
Sure. And if you're going to do socks, you could honestly do like 2 pairs of socks. Yes. Now that you've got all this yardage, you can do all kinds of stuff like that.
I do love the 2 minis.
I just thought it was so beautiful. I wanted to share it.
You also got to spend the day with her.
I did.
I so miss that.
Well, we'll have to do it again. It's easy
to make. Go to Denver.
It's easy to make happen. I think we should totally go to Loveland, and I'd love to see her shop. I'd love to
spend the weekend with
We
her.
loved it in there in Colorado.
We so loved it in Colorado.
So you don't have to twist my arm. Oh, she sent a gift for you.
No. What?
Jodi?
That is so beautiful. Is this a new color?
Yes. It's the new color she just put on her Instagram yesterday. Take a peek. This is the sport weight.
Okay, you guys.
Like you're a DK lover, so this is, I think, really close to that. This is the Zest color that's brand new. It's in her shop. You can get it. But that's the trio. So, like, you could do colorwork cowl or hats or... shawl or add it in a sweater or whatever.
There's how many?
Like I think there's over 300 yards or whatever on each one, right? 320 yards for the sport weight.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So abalone, zest, jade. Boy, that goes beautifully
How about
together.
that for a trio?
Wow.
I have mine too. I was planning a sweater.
Nicole, that's so beautiful. You're planning a sweater with your...
I'm planning a sweater with mine.
Yeah, you won't regret it. You will love, love, love it.
Oh my god, I have
Look
so
at
much
these
stuff
three.
here. I can't share it all today. So much.
You're the worst. Okay.
So much.
Let's say hey to our episode sponsor, Row One Yarns.
Hey.
Everyone needs a few minis in their lives.
This is really fun.
And these come pre-wound, bitches. So I'm just saying.
Pre-wound and labeled. Hello.
Yeah, ready to go. I mean, we love Row One Yarns. I haven't used them in a little bit, but I do have them because, you know, the last time I used them, I needed yarn
We do love mini skeins, right?
On hold.
Yeah.
But there are so many people out there, and people are starting to design more and more of these scrappy projects, right? So you were just saying for your new socks that are coming out.
Yeah, totally. Socks, cowls,
anything.
And this marled sweater by Tanis that's coming
Yes.
up. If you have, I mean, if you're a scrappy lover, there's lots of people that love scrappy projects. This is an affordable, fun option and a great way to discover new dyers, which
so
we've loved.
Every month it's a mystery. You don't know the dyer you're going to get, but let me tell you, you won't be disappointed.
Yeah, and then you get 10 of their colors.
Yes.
To see.
Yeah.
So that you get it in this cute little muslin bag.
Yep.
And you get a package. In here is a letter telling you about the dyer and the list of the colorways, even though each mini is already labeled with the colorway and the dyer's name. And there's a little treat in here as well, so a little fun thing that you get as a surprise. And we love it. And we've started Mini Skein Mondays on our Instagram stories. So if you tag us on your project, we have a new hashtag, GG Mini Skein Monday. So on the weekend or on Mondays, we'll take a peek in that hashtag and start posting things in our Instagram stories. So
I love that.
It's really fun, and it's a very affordable way to, I think, try a mystery club.
I agree.
Yeah, it's really fun. Really fun. Okay, here's the woolen that Nicole gifted to me. What?
That's really pretty.
So this is Inkwell, which is a very
that.
purpley, like, hello, I would like a whole garment. Rust
This
is the
is
middle
beautiful.
one. Isn't it gorgeous?
And that peachy.
And
so
Palisade.
pink. Yeah, beautiful.
So, I also have a bunch of neutrals. I ordered 4 neutrals in this line before. And I'm going to do, I think, a super simple summer sweater using all of these. Well, I don't know if I'm going to need all of them, but I will incorporate, like, what do you think of that?
Crazy.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yes.
And
Are
I
those
love
the two
this.
same?
No, they're not. It's
Oh,
Pebble and Twill. And there's one that's
so
slightly
I see that
browner,
now. Yeah.
a little bit darker.
That color palette, Trey.
Isn't that pretty?
Yes.
Okay, so that's something on my mind I got to cast on. I can't knit fast enough for all the things I want to knit.
That's the thing right now.
Yeah, but
no wonder I'm not designing.
But thank you to Nicole. And honestly, if you guys are thinking about trying the woolen line, even just a skein to knit yourself a hat or whatever, it's so, I've never felt anything like it.
It's super. I mean,
yeah. And Nicole had a booth at Stitches West
Yes.
with everything.
Did she have all her woolen there?
She had woolen, she had the bulky, she had the sock, she had the like everything.
Yeah.
It was a great little
Love it
booth.
so much. I want to knit a sweater in her bulky so bad.
Well, I don't even like bulky, and
Her
I
bulky
love
is amazing.
That bulky.
It's a plied, twisted bulky, and it's incredible.
And one skein, somebody made a hat and mitts and a cowl and like all this stuff.
Yeah, her bulky is beautiful.
Yeah. Okay, I got you a Prezi. You know who I met when I went to Stitches West, which was super cool?
Lady Di.
The ladies at Lady Di. We should just wear these. Badass knitter. Hello.
I love baseball t-shirts.
Isn't it cute? So I got us each
it.
one, and they treated us to goodies. You know what I loved about their booth? They were highlighting. This is for you too. This was a gift.
It really was?
Yes.
Thank you so much.
And
I
so
love it.
In there, you're going to find stitch markers from Black Pearl Magic.
Rebel with a cause.
This is by Crochet Luna. She's got ridiculously cute buttons, so many of them.
Hat project.
So many of them. So that
wow, thank you so much. Look at these beautiful stitch markers.
They had these kits, and I just thought, you know what, we need to get some kits and share what everybody's doing in that booth. So it was really fun to meet Diane of Lady Di and Claudia of Crochet Luna, and they're just doing these amazing kits. So there's like 4 different makers in this one kit. Who makes the bags?
These will be amazing prizes.
Aren't they awesome?
Yeah.
Look how cute that bag is.
It's a great size.
Yeah. Bag, stitch markers, yarn, and a sassy little craft hard, stay warm with a polar bear. Oh my God.
I feel like I'm getting a sore throat. I should have worn a mask.
Don't breathe on me. You need a Purell shower.
Amber's texting us interrupting.
Is she?
Yeah. What time for lunch tomorrow?
I don't know. Whatever.
This was such.
We're not going to do coffee in the morning and then go straight to lunch.
No, we are, aren't we?
Look at this one from Crochet Luna. No yarn diet.
Of course.
I bought some. They gave us some. We feel very, very spoiled. But it was really, an exceptional thing to see all these makers lifting each other up and coming together. And I think everybody should follow Lady Di. She's got a tour coming up. She's going to take all these makers stuff on the road and talk about diversity and inclusion and why that's important.
Oh, don't you love getting behind and supporting women that want to do this?
Totally. And just talking to her for 10 minutes, I said to her, you need to be a keynote speaker somewhere.
Yeah.
You're so good at communicating. And
and they just want to spread happiness and be kind and, and
just clue people in on what, these issues are and that they are, because I think there's people that still don't even know.
And this conversation has turned so positive. I just love it. It's not the it's not the aggression that some people I mean, that
had to happen. People had to get it out.
Yes. But I love the conversation. Yeah. It's about open arms. It's about teaching people. It's about people wanting to learn.
Totally.
Lifting each other up. Women should lift other women up. Women should get behind and support other women.
Totally.
And I love it when I hear of makers.
Lady Di's got this really cool. Well, she's going on the Be the Change tour.
Yeah.
So if you're very lucky, it's very limited, but if you're lucky, she's going to be coming to an LYS near you.
Ooh.
And she's also got these super fun clubs, yarn clubs that you can buy, and it's all the same idea of, she's got her Juneteenth.
Juneteenth?
Yes.
What's that?
It's all about, you should read it. There's so much more than I can
Never mind. I knew about it.
Yeah.
But go Lady Di, her
and
Instagram
she's doing
feed.
A mystery craftivist knit along. Like, there's so much. They're just so community minded.
They just want to invite everybody to
love it.
Work together and craft together, make together. It's awesome.
And she even has an option where you can buy a club for some, and they'll find someone that will, that couldn't afford it but would love it.
That makes me so happy.
So, I mean, follow Lady Di and you'll see what all that stuff's about. But I just think and she's got these fun t-shirts. And some of them are only available at shows. Like, she's got Badass Craftivist and...
I love it.
Yeah, like there was so many fun things.
Love it,
so
love it.
I will wear that with pride, let me tell you.
Okay.
Oh my God, Jodi. What's going on? Are we done knitting? Are we going to show stuff?
I have some things to show.
Do you?
Yes.
Okay, good.
That soft cotton. Wow.
Oh, here's another thing that I saw in Lady Di's booth that I got. I got every single one.
What are they?
These are the cutest books.
Yes, I slay.
BusyPeach.com, Laverne Benton. She created all of them.
Oh, it's a booklet for projects.
Yes. Yes.
That is genius.
But all the artwork was like, how do you pick just one? This one says, a gentleman never tells the size of his yarn stash. She's literally included everybody here on all of these. But they all have different sayings on the front, and they all have this super cool art.
They're gorgeous.
So I bought them all, and we are going to be including these in prizes because I just thought...
I love her. I love her hair.
Isn't she beautiful?
Yes. Actually, they're all beautiful.
But they're little journals.
She's got little
crochet hooks
and crochet hooks in there.
But
I love these.
Inside, it's got all the info. Like, what yarn did I use? What needle did I use? And there's got a place there if you want to put a little picture. You can print a picture.
Because we'd all like to say, I'll remember. But we don't.
Oh, but trust me. The only reason I put stuff on Ravelry is because I'm never going to remember. But this is a much cuter way to do it.
Don't you think?
Yes.
Yeah, I love that. Those
and
are
it's
fun.
even got, like, how much did I spend on this project?
Yeah.
Sometimes we don't want to remember that, but
yeah.
lots
None
of
of your
times,
business.
None of your beeswax. And then another thing that's hers, Salty Crafter.
Oh, yeah, I do love that.
That's super cute.
Yeah.
So anyway, I just thought that would be... I bought tons of buttons to include in prizes.
Tracie.
It was great.
Is that where Nerdbird was?
No.
Okay.
No, but I did...
I saw something in there.
Yeah,
okay.
I did get I got some Nerdbird stuff, because when do you ever see it in person?
I know.
Not very often for us.
Look at this, you guys.
So I got... Oh my
Look
gosh,
at that.
Jodi. And you need to pick some, because I bought a whole bunch.
I do want one.
Well, pick some.
I want her.
Isn't she gorgeous?
Oh my god.
So this is her twinny. Is that the same one? Yeah. So these are the two versions of that. I love that pin.
Look at this. Hello, I'm worth it.
Yeah. I support Ravelry.
Tracie,
which, let me
thank
tell
you so much. Oh, do I want her?
Jodi, you don't
No,
have to
I just
limit
want
yourself
her.
to one.
I want her.
How about this one? Nevertheless, she knitted. I love that. I love that one. So anyway.
No, I want this original one I picked. I love it. I love her.
Take them both.
I love her hair wrap.
Take them both.
I'm putting it on my bag as we speak.
Good.
So, tell me what you thought of Stitches West.
Crochet Powers Activate.
Because we had been together, and it's different when we're not together.
Jodi,
you miss me.
So much. Jodi's like, did you have the best time? And I was like, I had a great time, but it's never the best when you're not together. It's always the best when we're together.
You met a group of really amazing gay
There's
knitters.
lots of knitters everywhere. Let me tell you.
You met a group of gay knitters that were...
Oh.
Right?
Those men. They were so amazing. Their sweaters were incredible.
Tracie, I love my pin.
They just would have been... You would just want to go for dinner. They were just awesome.
They seemed awesome. And then I messaged, I did a little bit back and forth to you.
Yeah, they're terrific. And super sad that you weren't there.
Oh,
Everybody I met said, give Jodi a hug, and we miss her, and we'll just have to make a trip. We'll have to do a groceries girls trip there.
Well, I did say next year, I take my kids to Mexico every second year. I don't like them enough to take them every year. So next year will be Shane and I's alone trip. So this year... I went the same time you went, so I think next year we should...
Which is fine.
Pencil Stitches West in with Amber.
Both of our trips were very last minute.
Yes.
And that's just the way it worked out.
Yeah.
But if you're going to plan to go to an event, don't feel bad going by yourself, because when you go, especially this one, there's a hotel attached. There's knitters in the lobby till 1 a.m. every night. There's everybody just sitting around and eating together, and... I think, and there's tons of vendors. It's a giant show.
Giant.
It's a giant show. So if you're gonna go, you're gonna see a lot of people. Yeah. I saw these crazy coasters. Your crazy is showing. You may want to tuck that shit back in.
Oh my God! What booth did you get these in?
These were at the Lolo Bar booth, but they're wet.
Does she sell them?
Yeah. No, I stole them.
No, you know what I mean. On a website, because this shit's funny.
Maybe. Oh, I was like, I would like 6 of those.
Right?
Sure, yes. This one is kindness. It doesn't cost a thing. Sprinkle that shit everywhere. Little girls sprinkling.
Oh my God, I love them.
So, and this one says besties, because those other bitches, ain't nobody got time for that. So that's for you.
Oh my God, I love it.
Yes. And I just think they're cute and fun, and there's no really rhyme or reason, but I thought they were great.
I love that.
So the show was awesome. It was great. Let me tell you, Gigi was incredible.
Okay.
She worked so I think she did such a good job.
She was busy.
She was amazing. And she's going through and videotaping, and every morning when the event opened, she's high-fiving everybody that came. And she did all these meet and greets in different booths. I just think that was a great addition to the show.
Well, talk about bringing positivity.
I think so.
Right?
Yes.
I mean, she brings a whole nother level.
Yeah. She was amazing. So I hope
she does more Cece there.
No.
Because I want to meet her.
I
would like to sit down and have dinner with her.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah.
It would be great.
I would like to learn from her.
Okay, here's a moment I never told you about.
Okay.
I don't know why, but I'm never shy to go up to knitters and say, hi, I just love your work. Whoever you are, I just love your work. So the second night we were there, but I was near the restaurant. I was going to go out for dinner, and Zandy Peters, Miss Foxpaws, Stacked Stitches, we did a phone interview with her with Off Our Needles.
Right.
And I just think she is literally
genius.
One of a kind.
Yes.
There is nobody else like her. I think what she does is incredible. To my knowledge, she's created something in knitting that new.
Which is hard because knitting's been around forever.
Right. Yeah. So maybe I'm wrong, but to my mind, that is a new thing, this stacked stitch thing that she does. So I saw her and I was like, and I walked right up to her and I said,
You've already talked to her.
I said, so here I'm Tracie, and from the Grocery Girls, and I don't know if you remember, but we did a phone interview with Off Our Needles, and she was like, yes, I remember. So it was like, I got a chance to tell her how amazing I think she is, and she ended up having dinner with us.
Was she alone?
Yeah.
Oh,
she was like, I'm just looking to see where to go for dinner, and she was invited, and I said, don't feel any pressure. Like, you don't have to.
Yeah.
But yes, she's like, oh, I would love to. That would be awesome. So these kind of events, you don't have to even plan things. There's people everywhere.
Yes.
You can just kind of roll with it.
Yes.
Right?
Did you see Carson?
No.
Well, he lives there.
I know.
God,
Jodi, honestly, I didn't make any knitting plans at all. Jeff and I had this awesome date. It was not
a knitting weekend event.
I was not knitting in the lobby till 1 a.m. I was with Jeff. He went golfing. Twice. So when he went, we had breakfast together. He went golfing. I just kind of wandered the marketplace, and you would just kind of meet people. I did have breakfast one morning with a bunch of awesome knitters, which was so fun. But then he would text me when he got back, and it was like, okay, let's go. We'll go out for dinner. We'll hang out. We'll do our thing. It was a balance of both.
Yeah.
And I have to say, it was kind of awesome. Like, we both really enjoyed that trip.
Wow. Is he going to feel left out if we go to Stitches?
He will just have to pout at home. If we do it as a knitting trip, he can just
that's so funny.
Whatever. But it would be fun. We stayed at that hotel, so it was, breakfast included every day. It worked out well. Rented a cute little car.
To stay in that hotel was genius.
I think so. I was thinking it could go either way, but to be honest with you, you could go up to your room if you want.
Yeah, drop your stuff
off.
Drop
things, have a nap, do whatever you want. So it was really good.
Love that.
But yes, I have a couple more things to show. Do you want to show me what you've got on the...
Yeah. Okay, so Mackenzie's dyeing yarn.
So many show notes. Can I just say that?
Tracie, you should see. Actually, I should take a picture.
Like what? What?
Okay, so... Let's see everything on her. Okay, so Mackenzie's dyeing yarn. This one Tracie purchased.
Did I purchase this one?
Yes.
It's beautiful. I knew I purchased one. It's gorgeous.
So she's doing some sock sets.
Oh
this one, she didn't put a label yet, but I wanted to bring them.
I purchased one with purple, so I have to trade my mini. I purchased the purple.
Oh, you did.
But... only because I love them all.
I have it set out. I have yours at home.
Don't even worry about it. I love the hot pink. I'm happy to knit with the hot pink. I just thought I would branch out and get purple.
Okay, so these are in the shop right now, but she's doing these fun sock sets.
This color had me... It's called Trippy, and she's got some that are lightly speckled and some that are heavier speckled.
So that's the lighter speckle.
Which is what I bought.
Yes. But you ordered this mini.
It's super hard to pick because I really love this color, Jodi.
Yes, I love it too.
And she's done a really nice job with adding all these minis. Okay, this one's crazy. It's like a layered mini.
Yes.
That's psychedelic. I love it. And so to the Mack Yarn Company.
That's her name, Mack. Their name, Max. Oh, this was yours.
Yes, it is.
That one's yours.
Okay.
I grabbed the wrong one.
That's okay.
So, they're having a lot of fun dyeing yarn.
Stop it.
And they're doing a lot of sock sets, but they're also doing...
There was even a color on their Instagram, and I was like, oh, I love that. and I went and it was sold out.
What color?
It was gray. It was like a micro stripe, and on one side it was
Yes.
gray. I think it was called the dark side, and the other side
Yes.
almost looked like fire.
She's got to do more of that. And then there's some singles. So that's...
Okay, I cannot wait to knit this. I think this is stunning.
I think it's going to knit so beautifully.
Me too.
And it's got different
And
speckles.
I'm sure, I think just socks, but hey, the base is really soft.
It's an 80-20.
80-20, 379 meters. Very nice.
So this one is Peony, something Peony. She's got a tattoo in it. She wanted to kind of duplicate the colors. I think she's doing really well with speckles.
I love it, Jode. That's really beautiful.
Isn't that pretty?
Yes. It's blowing out a little bit.
bit.
In person, that's more like it.
Okay, this I thought was really pretty. This is called Bruiser, and it's like a dove gray.
Oh, I love that.
With purple, but then it's got some navy and charcoal speckles as well.
And look at it really does have all that tonality. It's
and
so
then
pretty.
this one is called Envy, and it's got a darker gray.
That color's really pretty.
And it's got speckles on top, on the one side.
That's going to knit up super, super nice.
I think so. That's going to be a bit of a micro stripe, those ones. And then this one, I forget what the name is, but this is another sock set. So they're all in my shop right now. So we'll link my shop for right now, just while she's getting started.
And I'll make a note that the yarn is also there.
Yeah.
Look at that.
I think
she
should do a mini...
pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Sure, they're beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, and they've always been the most creative. So she's, they're an artist at heart.
Yeah.
I love this adventure or new venture. Yeah. I fell in love with this color the second I saw it.
I love it too, so much.
And it's like a super tonal mini. Like you can see there was like hot pink, and it looks to me like it's been washed over.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Yeah, I love. So that's going to be a really fun pop of color.
Yeah. So I want to do tubes this color. I'm crazy.
Yes, Jody. Yes. So we have a circular sock machine by Earl Barker Gearhart.
Yeah, I want to do a couple of tubes.
And we are going to have a little party and make some tubes and make socks. Isn't that pretty?
Yeah.
Thanks for bringing it.
Okay, and then I just have a couple of Mrs. Brown's bags to show.
Okay.
I know we usually do this at the end, but we won't worry.
I'm not showing you I really wanted to share.
So all this yarn that I just showed and my bags are all in Mrs. Brown's bag shop.
Okay.
So I'm doing pre-orders.
Bee Splash.
Yes.
So good for spring.
People love it. It's the perfect time of year.
Don't you love it? I mean, think about how long you've been doing that fabric.
Yes.
A couple years.
So much of her fabric. It's not even funny.
That's awesome.
This is on Spoonflower. It's called Bee Splat.
It's beautiful.
So I have 3 different sizes. The zipper.
This holds easily a worsted weight sweater. Easily. I use mine. It's big.
The drawstring, 2 to 3 skeins, I think.
Love it.
Yeah.
This fingering weight sweater held my fingering weight sweater.
Yes.
For sure.
Yeah. And then I also have Bee Splat in the bucket tote. I just didn't bring it. So Bee Splat in 3 styles. Pre-order.
And what's going on with this? You still have this?
Remember I showed it, but I didn't have any last time because they sold out. I'm doing a pre-order for the Lola Bean. This is Lola Bean fabric.
It's beautiful.
In her signature Lola Bean company color.
Okay.
And also I have Lola Bean in the bucket, the drawstring, and the zipper. So both these fabrics in all 3 styles for pre-order in the shop.
Okay.
Yeah. Just
Jody.
so you know.
Do you ever get tired of sewing the same fabric or not really?
No.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
No.
I think they're all amazing.
My next batch of fabrics. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, okay. We've been sitting on some stuff for a long time, and we keep saying, oh my gosh, we forgot to share this, and we love it. So today's the day. Today's the day.
You guys, I love this so much.
So, our pals at Nomadic Knits, Melissa and Becky, sent us a Christmas present, which was so cute.
Oh, every time I open this.
They did these really cute kits. You could now, here's the bad news. You cannot buy these anymore.
We just want you to know how
But
great
I just
they
want
are.
you to know, but I feel like they might do something like, if they do something like this again, then you'll kind of know what it's like. They had a naughty and a nice kit for Christmas, and they sent us one of each, and they're like, I'll let you guys decide who gets what, because, but they collaborated with Emma's Yarn.
God, that girl can die.
Who,
look at that.
I know. So this was the nice kit, and it's a white, it's merino silk 80/20,
Yes.
and a mohair, and
Yes.
2 minis. And there was a beautiful pattern. They did a knit along. So this one was the naughty color palette. This was the nice color palette. Like, how can you go wrong? And each kit had a beautiful sister, a bag by a beautiful sister. And the reason this keeps ringing a bell, because these ladies were at Stitches West, and they're a hoot.
Yes, you mentioned that.
They're in Chicago, based in Chicago, and they design
A tin
big company
with light bulb stitch markers and a beautifully laser cut logo.
And it came with the Nomadic Knits pin that you could just put on your bag. So,
like this kit, you guys, come on.
This was gorgeous. Gorgeous. I mean,
Yeah.
the yarn, 80/20 merino silk. The drape for this, for a shawl or something like that, would be amazing. And then the newest thing, the beautiful sister ladies sent us just before I left.
I'm so crazy about this.
You haven't even seen this in person.
No, but the colors.
Okay. This is the newest collaboration between
What smells so good?
Emma's Yarn, maybe just the wool wash. This is a collab between Emma's Yarn and Beautiful Sister. So this is one kit. They each come with bags. Oh my god, I want to keep this bag so badly.
My yarn matches my bag.
They do. There's several color palettes.
Does the carpet match the drapes?
This case?
Yes.
This is their signature bag. What's this one called? I mean, you can't mistake it for anything else. You can put it over.
Look what you get.
Okay, Emma's. Okay, here's what I understand. Emma dyes the yarn. Emma and her sister, I believe. Young ladies. Like, she started dyeing at 14 years old or
this
something.
This is a hella
crazy like
hank, too. How old is she now?
I don't know.
About.
I don't know.
This is 600 yards, you guys.
There's a ton of yarn in this kit. And it comes with a pattern. And that their mom designed that. I think.
Oh my gosh.
So Laura, oh my god, I hope I'm not getting this so wrong.
You probably are. No,
but Laura, I believe, oh my god. This is the Heather kit. This pink one is Heather. What does yours say on the other side?
By Laura.
No.
Where do you see?
Where did I see that? Right here. It said the Heather kit right there.
Oh.
Yours is the Laura. Yours
Laura
is the Laura.
kit.
So Laura's got the gray speckled. And yes, this is 150 grams. It's over 600 yards. 600 yards in the one thing.
I don't know if you guys can see that, but oh my god, look at the speckles match.
Like, how beautiful, right? It's just gorgeous. Like, these colors, I can't even stand how much I love these colors.
Yeah,
so these amazing. Were for sale as a kit with the bag and everything in the
pocket. Can you not get them
in
anymore?
The Beautiful Sister booth? So I think you can still go to Beautiful Sister and buy this.
It's a very, very pretty kit, you
and
guys.
So Emma's Yarn is Aspen and Emma, and they are the sisters and the indie dyers behind Emma's Yarn. And I do believe their mom has a yarn shop.
Wow.
So it's a very yarny family. It's kind of a cool story. I believe Emma was homeschooled, and for science, they did a yarn dyeing project. And it went like crazy. She just loved it and was talented at it.
Well, and her mom, what a great connection with her mom with the yarn store.
Right. And the pattern name, I don't know if you can buy just the pattern. You probably can.
Yeah, it's on Ravelry.
It's called Andy, and that's our dad's name.
Yeah.
So I feel this is such a little full circle moment. So thank you to the ladies for sending these.
Oh, your bag is different than mine.
Yes, it's so different. This is kind of their signature.
Yeah,
style. And if you see the ladies at the show, they do the whole and it can do this and it can do that. But
oh my gosh, that's funny.
You can carry it on your arm, or you can shove this part in and make a yarn bowl to knit out of. And if you're going to take it anywhere, You just go like that, and nothing ever falls out. It's really neat.
That
so
is
they
fun.
designed this themselves. They did all the work for that. And you can just, tuck everything in and make it be a yarn bowl if you want to.
How fun is that? Wow,
It really,
that's a beautiful bag.
It's very practical.
Love
and
it.
this fabric is so great.
So they sent these kits home?
No, they sent them to the house before I left.
Right. These are beautiful giveaways.
But the yarn is amazing. The bag is so well made. Like if you're looking for kind of a really cool kit for yourself, I couldn't recommend it more.
Yeah.
It's really beautiful
Love it.
stuff. And the new Nomadic Knits came out.
It's so beautiful, you guys.
I think is this number 6 or 7? It says 6. Mississippi, Louisiana, and Alabama. So another area where there's hot weather, and there's the cutest.
This is going to be so great for our knit along, you guys.
It will be. There's I can't really show. I mean, I can go to the beginning. There's tank toppy, t-shirty things.
As always, the photography is so beautiful in the Nomadic Knits books. Yeah.
Well, even just look at the cover. How cute is that little shrug? There's beautiful patterns in here, and the write-up is really cool.
Pretty.
Look at that.
There's, articles. There's write-ups on the designers. There's write-ups on the yarn dyers. Oh, that tank top a couple pages back.
Okay, and there's a drink recipe in there. Oh, wow.
That's beautiful.
Okay, I think I know your favorite, Jodi. There's a quote in here from Oprah, who was also in San Francisco the weekend we were near there. Do I love Oprah?
Who is that?
Right? Hubba. Okay. This man, I believe. Okay. He's with Bubba the dog. Okay, but is that man the designer of that shawl? I don't know who designed the shawl. Oh, there's really pretty socks in there too.
Oh.
No, I don't think he's the designer.
Janita.
But come on, Janita designed the shawl.
It's called Dice of Fate shawl. It's beautiful.
Okay, so I think I can show that one more picture. Look at that.
Yeah.
What a wonderful model.
Don't you love how they have it on a man?
I love seeing that diversity of just not women in the book, right?
Yeah, love it.
So, look at that
pretty.
sweater. That sweater is amazing.
That yellow, so pretty. Oh, love it.
Okay, can I just tell you an update on my Calyx?
Yes, give it.
Do you remember when I wore it out to Michigan and it was out to here, the collar?
Yes.
Somebody said, if your collar's too big, try crocheting around the edge. Because crochet is quite tight. I did 4 out of 5 on this one.
So we'll bring it in a bit.
And I did it on quite a small crochet hook.
Okay.
Jodi, 4 to 5 inches it must have brought this in. It's a totally different fit. I was not happy with I think my gauge was off. The neckline was significantly bigger.
And that really bothers you with the neckline.
It did bug me. I didn't like it. I didn't like the way it looked. I didn't think it looked like it fit properly, right? It just changed the fit. I love it. That whole crocheting thing around the neckline is no joke.
Did you talk about your floozy in that way?
I did the same thing. No, because I haven't worn it. Jodi, we haven't done this for a month.
Right.
But I did the same thing on my floozy, and it took it in inches.
Tracie. Okay, night and day.
Don't you think?
Yes.
For me, so I mean, now I'm much happier with it. And I moved buttons. I think I put my buttons on crooked.
I think you were high
when
you did your buttons.
No, I was all curled up on the couch. You have to be flat.
Yeah,
you have to have your cardigan flat to do buttons properly. Yeah. So I just moved the button to be more in line with the buttonhole. Apparently that's a thing.
Apparently they want
whatever, Miss Picky. No, and so that worked out great. So I'll maybe wear my floozy next time, but it's much better now.
What time do you have to leave the house?
I changed my appointment by an hour. What time is it?
11:35.
Okay, I'm still good.
Do you really? You changed your appointment?
I did. I changed it by an hour.
Let's talk about this for the last thing.
Okay, so
if you haven't heard of this, you're under a rock. That's not true.
It is the most beautiful sock publication I have ever seen.
Yes.
Lina Magazine compiled 52 sock patterns, but into this incredible hardcover book.
Don't you love the linen book?
Jodi, it's the most beautiful. I knew it would be amazing.
Yeah.
Because I was such a fan of the magazine. So if you don't know, they're just not doing the magazine at this moment, but they are, I think they're going to be publishing some books. So this is their first book publication, 52 Weeks of Socks, and it's got this really cool photograph that just, it can be removed if you want.
Yeah.
Mona, who works at Espace Tricot, these are her socks.
She made the cover.
She made the cover. There's just so many different designers in here. It's honestly, I feel like you have to. I've seen pictures of it, and it looks amazing in the pictures, but this book is something else when you get it in person.
So if you are a sock knitter, or if you know of a sock knitter that's tricky to gift for,
what a beautiful gift.
You guys, this is what you need to get.
It's got the little ribbon bookmark.
It's a coffee table book.
It totally is.
Yeah.
And every chart has its own page, which to me is like it's
genius.
Just perfect to follow.
It's very thoughtful on how they've laid out the book.
The colors, I mean, it's just the photos are something else, which is just like the magazine was, right?
Yeah.
The photos are unbelievable. But I love this book. I will treasure this book, and I will absolutely be knitting out of this book, and I'm so happy. I mean, I was going to look for it at Knit City.
There's so many different socks of course there's 52 patterns, but I mean, it's colorwork socks. It's different weight socks.
Yeah.
It's cabled socks. It's simple but classic socks. There's a sock for everybody in this book.
There's even some slippers in here, and there's these little ankle height. They look like Finnish or Norwegian or something. They're colorwork. Oh my god. I didn't really.
Right there?
Well, these ones are a different pair. I would do these ones too. Just something different.
That's a heavier weight, little slip-on slipper.
How cute is that?
There's 52 weeks of
I bet
amazing...
you those knit up in no time.
Yes.
And are super fabulous to wear as slippers.
This book is so beautiful, you guys. I know I like things vanilla, and there's those in there too. You are going to find your vanilla-ish patterns.
This one is very simple.
I would knit those.
Isn't that beautiful?
That's so beautiful. The photography is so beautiful.
It is. Yes. And can I tell you how hard it is to take pictures of socks? I guess when you're doing it on yourself, it's one thing. But they treat every piece as the art that it is.
I agree.
Because it is art. So I just want to say thank you to the ladies at Lina for sending these, because it's really just stunning, and I absolutely will treasure it and knit out of it. And
so you can probably, a lot of you, find it at your local yarn store, because
check
I'm
your LYS.
sure they brought some copies, and it's so beautiful. But Tracie will also have a link to where you can purchase this book in our show notes, in our Ravelry group.
I'll link it to Lina's website.
Yeah.
But it is available at so many vendors now. Like, check your local yarn shop. Support your local yarn shop if you can.
Yeah.
But if you can't, I think they're in like their 4th printing or something.
Yeah.
It's so exciting that
I'm
it's
so
doing
excited,
so well. Yeah. But you're right, as far as a gift, this would be an incredible gift.
Wouldn't it?
Yes. And it is the same size that the magazine was.
Right.
So it's not like small pages that are hard to knit from. It's super heavy. Like, I feel like it's going to stay open easily. These ones, Andrea Mowry.
Little pom-poms.
Helen from Curious Handmade is in here. Hohi is in here. All kinds of amazing sock knitters are in here, sock designers.
You should have been in here.
Well.
Next one.
Oh! Marceline Hay Brownberry. Marceline. Oh my god, I love those.
Those are so beautiful.
So anyway, sock knitters, you need to take a peek at this if you're into treating yourself or treating, put it out there that it's something you want as a birthday gift or whatever. It's so beautiful. The linen finish is just
Let's check what National Day it is.
Why, is that going to help you decide for dinner?
Might.
I said this morning we got a gift card for our anniversary, and I thought, let's go use our gift card tonight so I don't have to cook.
Where are you going to go?
It was a Cactus Club gift card, actually.
There's butternut squash. Tracie, now I'm craving that.
Yes, you should go.
Okay. I'm going to say national.
Where do you go for that? Like, what did you type in? What is today? Absinthe Day? Or National Cheese Doodle? That's not going to help.
National Multiple Personalities?
Oh. Wow.
National Hospitalist Day. That's
weird.
Weird.
All made up. Those sound weird.
Okay, I'm not going. I didn't like that one.
None of those things are good. Okay. Well, I have some things here I think we should just save because...
Do you?
Well, it's up to you.
Is it chocolate?
It's not chocolate, but it's really beautiful, and it was okay. This one has... I haven't even opened because it had names on them and they're all wrapped up. These are bags, and this lady was very sweet to send them. She's actually going to medical school and selling project bags to help with the cost of applying and medical fees and stuff like that.
What?
So, yes, I know. Her name is Julianne.
They're very, very pretty.
And her company name is Speckled Red. Aw, this looks like yarn. That's so cute.
So she's done a light padded...
it feels like a quilt.
A very light quilting maybe underneath. She's got a beautiful separate colored base.
Oh my gosh, look at the inside.
A metal zipper.
Nice. These are a good size too.
They're a great size.
And a really nice heavy zipper.
Thank you so much. I think we should give these away.
They would be an amazing prize.
Right?
Yes, they would be an amazing prize.
I think a lucky winner should be able to get
So
this.
if you were interested in checking these guys out, her name's Julianne, and she's Speckled Red on Etsy. Speckled Red Company, C-O.
She's a beautiful sewer.
Speckled Red Co. And these bags are fantastic. Really nicely made. And she's got such cute little tags. Right? Like the ribbon. I like that.
You know what I don't have to do today? Make dinner for everybody because 2 of my kids are working.
Yay.
And Shane has leftover. I made chicken fingers, homemade chicken fingers.
Oh. I was going to say maybe you guys could have like
Do you know what else I made? I bought 2 bunches of beets. There's only 3 beets on each one and they were quite small. But the tops of the beets were so beautiful. I made beet top cabbage rolls.
I can't believe that picture you sent.
I was really impressed.
You're a rock star. That's a big deal.
I'm Ukrainian, goddammit.
We eat those, but we never make them. Mom always makes them.
I know. Tracy, they were so... You know what was really good? The rice with the butter, salt, and pepper and onion.
Oh, yeah. What could be bad about that? Oh. I could have just that. So those are amazing cabbage rolls. Beet top with cream and dill.
Yes.
Oh, my gosh.
They were so good.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think that's it.
Yeah.
It feels really good to be back sharing everything. I feel like we shared so much.
Okay, and so next week, you guys, on Thursday, bonus episode.
Okay.
We're going to go live.
2 weeks in a row?
You're welcome.
I better get knitting. No, I feel like I'm on a roll with my sweater. I won't be done my sweater.
I never care. My sweater will be. Yes, it will. My sweater will be done. Yes.
No, mine won't, I said.
Yes, it will. Why, do you have other things you're knitting?
No pressure. No.
Oh, well, then your sweater will be done.
That's part of the reason I don't have tons to show. I've been knitting my socks and that sweater only. And honestly, what day is it today? Thursday? From Saturday to now, all I've been knitting are those socks. Friday to now.
Well, and I never really worry about knitting content between the two of us.
No.
But then what I like to do, if I know I'm only going to have a little bit of knitting to show, I love to print off new patterns and things.
Yeah.
Because that's always fun to show.
We'll do that next time more.
Yeah. I'm going to find some shawls. We've been really neglecting shawls lately.
I know. I have one thing to show you. Should I give you this one more thing?
Okay.
I bought you this when I was away.
Did you really?
Yes. Okay, this is the lady that had the booth, and Nerdbird was in the same booth. They were together. This is called the Dye Project.
100% Falkland Merino.
Jodi. It's non-superwash.
Oh, it's No, it's not.
Yes, it is. It's non-superwash.
Wow.
She's got other lines. Like, she's got a merino silk and a merino whatever. And she had these beautiful tonal colors.
Tracy, I picked this one.
Isn't it nice?
So beautiful.
So this, I don't know what color
I'm
is this.
shocked that's non-superwash.
Well, it's soft as crazy. It doesn't say superwash.
No, you're right. It would say. That's really
I'm pretty sure it's non-superwash. Her whole booth was.
Yeah.
She has fingering weight. I could have bought a million things in her booth.
Oh,
wouldn't it be great for color work or something?
Yes.
And this gold, like, it's super tonal. Like, it's really, really pretty.
That's really pretty.
Isn't that great?
Yes.
So the Dye Project.
That's her name.
Knitter's Wool Vibrant Color. Knitterly Wool.
Serenity is my color name.
And she's from Santa Cruz. She's super
God,
local, like California.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's fun to go away and buy local yarn from that.
Did you shop in Target?
No. I bought Diet Coke and chocolate.
Okay.
Jeff bought a USB cable or something like that. We weren't really shopping. It was kind of at the end of the day. But I did do a kind of a loop, and nothing really caught my eye.
Okay.
But, oh my gosh. It made me just think how much I miss Target.
I know.
Even crappy Target. I miss crappy Target.
I miss crappy Target.
But I really love real Target, too.
Yeah.
It was nice. So anyway, I just keep saying, one more thing, but this is really the end.
That's it.
That is the end.
You get no more.
Oh my goodness. Wouldn't you love a
we
sweater?
Plaid yarn.
Put that up. Wouldn't that be a great sweater?
Yes, Tracie.
Jodi.
And
this is
we
the
always
DK.
say it's so soft. You guys, this is a non-superwash, and this is crazy soft.
Yeah. I can see why you
Those Falkland sheep.
Falkland merino. Like, it's not just regular wool. It's merino. So it's... her bases were beautiful, and I'm going to try and remember her for a sweater of some time.
You won't.
I might.
No, you won't. You might. I love her label.
I doubt it. I forget everything. This was really fun. We'll see you guys next week.
Oh!
We'll put it out on Instagram.
Noon Mountain Time.
Noon Mountain Time Thursday. That's Jackson's birthday. That's okay. My son will be 25 that day.
You're old.
I know!
You had
25.
him. You had him at half. 25. You were 25 when you had him, and now he's turning 25.
I was almost 25. No, I was 25 and a bit. You're right. I was almost 26.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway. Okay.
Good math, Jode. Bye, knitters.
Goodbye, knitters.
Crocheters.
See you
weavers.
next week.